everybody, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we're doing like a penthouse apartment type thing because gotta mess around with all this new stuff. What is a little bit annoying is you can't build on the edges of these lots, so you can't make it look like it's properly part of the building. But that's okay, so it's a nice, really big, fancy house. Belongs probably to a young family where they're having kids rooms and spare bedrooms. It also has a room for if your family wants to have a butler. Has a nice little room for that in one corner upstairs. I think in the cool dance floors from get together to try and add in like a skylight for the roof, add in extra light to the building. Not that it needs it once we add in all of the windows. A lot of it upstairs changes, like the layout and where we put the skylights and all that will change when we put them in like the room layout. Yeah, it ends up being quite a nice fancy house. It has like indoor swimming pool, a massive kitchen dining area, quite a lot of bathrooms, several bedrooms, and a massive like upstairs living party room type room, we'll say it is, because it has like a dance floor and DJ booth and karaoke, so you can go work on all those like all of the new skills that come with the expansion packs. Here we are, just messing around with windows. I go a little over the top with these new windows because I really like all the patterns they come in, and they make really cool reflections on well, not reflections but shadows everywhere, which is so cool. But yeah, we're just messing around. We're going for all the blue tinted stuff, as I think it works best with the penthouse feel, having all these like tinted windows up here. I think it's just a shame that all these windows don't always come in the standard colours. Like all the new stuff doesn't just have like a plain option, I believe, because I was gonna do it all plain because they have a different height to the rest of the windows. It's just a little bit irritating at times, but there we go. Yeah, we have a few windows of different heights because I thought, well, best have a few different heights in there because it adds a bit of interest. It means you can put some stuff in those walls. Here is the kitchen area, I believe. We're having the high windows that go above all of the area. It couldn't really add in much there. And it even has a little outdoor garden space, but the outside does hang over it, so it's nice and covered, so you can be out there in whatever the weather. Not that the Sims 4 has weather, but if it did, you could be out there when it's raining and stay dry and still have your barbecue and all of that. So yeah, just adding in more and more windows. We do it is like mostly glass, and you know what, I kind of like that because it makes it look interesting. But also, now with penthouses you can share them. Unfortunately, you can't share apartments as like a whole room. Yeah, so here we are trying to figure out if I could change the what would be plain. No, it doesn't fit. So we just go with what we had. Bit interesting, bit wacky. These guys have the money to put whatever they want in their house. They can have all the different patterns and all of that, so I don't care. It looks cool, in my opinion. So yeah, we go for these fancy tiles so it matches in with the rest of the building, which is always nice. I mean, we go for mostly plain white and everything, and feature colours and all of that. Oh yeah, so we're adding in a few more of the skylights to add in. It has a massive skylight, so it lets in lots and lots of light, which is always cool. Now in the video I forget to put the stairs in, but they are in. I put them in at the end. I was like, oh my god, how could I have this building and forget to put stairs in it? So there is stairs in it. Your Sims can get upstairs to the bedrooms. So yeah, in the end I make the I put archways in to make it feel a bit more open. I still wanted it to be the walls, but yeah, I still wanted it to be a little bit open, and I really like these basketball floors because they have such a good shine to them. They reflect the light in a lovely way. So yeah, we even have an indoor swimming pool, and I messed with some of the indoor swimming pool options like that, whatever that is, like a diving board type thing I guess it is. So yeah, we have a nice swimming pool. We put a little like vent in it, or bubbles, I don't know what it does. I haven't seen it in action, but I put one in because I thought it would look cool. So yeah, we're just adding in all of like the textures for the walls. I wanted a few different bits and pieces here and there because I didn't want the whole place just to be white. But it works in some of the rooms, like the hallways are great as white, and the like the gym area, that's a great white colour. Yeah, but the rest of the rooms all just have like a nice featured. Oh no, I didn't feature them, I just made them all one colour. Thought we'd do something a little bit different today, and there's some like kids rooms. We have 2 kids bedrooms and a kids playroom, which is pretty cool. I really like the wallpapers from Glamour, the Glamour, luxury Glamour stuff, whatever it was, because they actually look really cool. I like the fact they have that little bit of shine to them. They have nice focal points to rooms, and that's what I like. We don't add anything really to the garden because I wasn't sure what would look right in a penthouse garden. That's just not something I've really done before. Right, so here we are, putting in a nice big kitchen area for this, you know, dining room, kitchen, bar area. This is a house that you would show off to your friends. You'd have massive parties because you have the space and you have the facilities, and you probably have the money to just throw at these things. So yeah, it's a proper nice high-tech kitchen, has a nice island. You can just sit there and eat your breakfast and all of that. All those fun things. It has a little bit of clutter here and there, but you know, I wanted it to look like a kitchen that was actually used. Not just like this sterilised white thing. Sizing up stuff because I figured out how to do it. And then in the build I'm doing at the minute, I was like, why can't I make things bigger? And it turned out my keyboard was set to Japanese, not English. So, yeah, that is why it wasn't working. I was really getting annoyed at it, but I haven't finished that build yet, so I'll go and size up some of the objects I wanted to size up. Now, adding in some extra beamers because those little cat lights look really cool, but they don't actually produce all that much light. So, it's okay in the end. So here we have a nice big dining table. I put 2 tables together to make it seem big, because you know, when you have an area this big, you could just see lots of people coming and sitting there, really. I was wondering if you could make the bar bigger, but no, we couldn't. So it just ends up being what it is, and you get a nice big bit of artwork. Those ones are too big, these ones are too small, so I size it up to make it, yeah, a normal size. The other ones are just massive. I don't know where you'd put them. Oh yeah, so you have a nice little basketball court and, you know, a bit of fitness equipment. Basically, you could probably get away with doing most skills in this house. I have areas for a lot of it, I think, which is always good. Just adding in some posters, add a bit of colour to the gym area. You know, I like to have a little bit of colour here and there. This wall ends up just having a little picture on it, scaled up. I like that one because it almost looks like it's someone abstractly playing sport. which is kind of cool. I was going to add some stuff into the pool, but I decided not to. So here is like the bit more enclosed living space for downstairs. Now I was getting a bit annoyed because that sofa doesn't match the others. I don't like the beige trims on it. When you have it in the white, I just want a nice white sofa. Why is that so hard? But there you go. So we're just, you know, adding in some of the basics, scaling up that furry rug, so it looks kind of cool. Adding in some flowers and some general clutter. Yeah. So after this build, I have built a like an artist studio apartment, which will be coming out soon after this one, once it's all edited and done. And then I'm in the process of doing a big modern family house at the minute, which is turning out to be pretty cool so far. It's a bit different-ish, but you know, it's turning out to be right. I've done about half of that build now, so that'll be coming out soon as well. And on the channel also, I'm also going to be starting to record, do a Sims 2 Let's Play. We're probably going to do a Sims 2 Legacy play, maybe, since we have finished recording the Sims 1 for the channel, since we did pretty much everything we wanted to do, you know. So yeah, now if you want to watch the Sims 1 stuff, if you haven't already, it is on a playlist on the channel. Yeah, you can go and watch maybe like all of the Sims 1. We become like we work being a celebrity, and you know, having a family and all of that. You know, it's quite a nice way to show off the Sims 1, I think, because we managed to cover a lot of the content in it. But there we go. This bathroom is a bit more different to my usual bathroom style, a bit more clutter, a bit colour to it. Usually my bathrooms are quite plain and white. But yeah, it has been quite nice. I quite like the main bathroom for downstairs. Well, you'd probably find that you'd have a lot of guests using that one, so I wanted it to be a bit nicer. And we're, you know, adding in a few bits and pieces so the hallway is not so plain. Still haven't realised I haven't put any stairs in. I can't believe I missed stairs. But do not fret, they are there. I even uploaded it to the gallery for the first time without stairs. Right, so I just had to cough. You know, sometimes cough just comes. Yeah, that rug was a bit big, so we scaled it down a little bit. Yeah, trying to figure out ways to add like colour and everything to downstairs to make it a bit more interesting. Make the entranceway, you know, a bit interesting too. You know, just in case you want to go sit and look at the view, because this area would be the public area. Well, kind of public. I guess it probably wouldn't be public, because you probably have it so the elevator for the top floor would need a key or something to get to it. So you wouldn't have those people going to sit there at the view. But if you're having guests or something, it's always nice to have somewhere for them to wait if you're not quite ready for them to enter your house. It's always nice. So this room has a nice big closet, and because it's quite a big room, there's like a little adult TV space and reading, and it's quite nice. Because it's a bit big just for a bedroom, really. So, but it's a luxurious bedroom that has, you know, everything you could want in it. It's like a very nice private space for the adults of the house, with TV and a little reading corner, so you can go and watch the view and everything in the house. I thought that's quite nice. It's what I'd do if I had a house like this. I'd have an area where you could just sit and watch outside the beautiful windows. So I bet you have such a good view, really, up here. And it has a nice little ensuite bathroom, which is always good. It's very fancy. Very fancy. So yeah, now we're going to work on some of the kids' rooms. Yeah, I didn't know quite what I wanted in this kids' room. I quite like that bed, but it's just a little bit too colourful. I think it's actually a kids' room. You don't really want a double bed. So we just go for the kids' beds in the end. We change the colour. And we change the positioning. And, it adds to be quite a nice functional kids' room. All of the kids' stuff has, I think we cover all of the kids' skills several times over the 2 bedrooms, and I think we even have most of the toys that you can get as well. These kids are what would you class as spoiled, but hey, it's good fun. And that one even has a balcony, but I didn't put anything on there because you wouldn't have anything on there as a kid, but it'd be great for when they're like a teenager. They could have like a little seating area for their friends to hang out on and stuff that is not in their bedroom. And, yeah, you could see that being a really cool teenage room where you'd have like gaming area and all of that. It'd be awesome. It's a teenage room. Now this, as it's a bigger bedroom, I thought we could have like twins in there or something. They end up all having really the same stuff, but again we're covering most of the skills and toys, and then there's even more stuff gets covered because they have a playroom in the next room. So yeah, the kids pretty much have everything they could ever want, which is always cool. Go for slightly varying personalities, like with stuff that they have, like, but it's okay. Yeah, so this is going to be the kids' playroom. So it has like a TV and sofas. I go for something a bit colourful to make it a bit interesting. You know, I didn't want this area to be boring. I wanted it to be bright, colourful, and everything that kids could want. So they even have those funky computers that, you know, they're not great, but they're funky. So yeah, the aim of this room was to make it as colourful as we could, which is always pretty easy, really, in The Sims 4 when you think about it, because a lot of the kids stuff has so many colours and everything. So this room is the room that I'd say would be great for like the butler or anything, if you can have a butler. It has all the facilities that they could want. I haven't been played with the butlers yet, so I don't know what they need. But I thought we'd make it like a little self-contained area, really, apart from like they don't have a kitchen or bathroom or anything. But they can like deal with some of their their needs and everything in there. Like they can sleep, they can play games if they want to. So here are a few more of the grown-up styled other bedrooms. You know, you could have teenagers or other family members living in these. You know, they're pretty basic, but you've got everything you could need. Bit of colour to them. Got a TV. Yep. Computer in each of them, which is fine. Yeah, this room ends up being, I like this room a lot more, I think, than the other one. Even though it's still quite basic, it's got a nice colour to it. It's a bit cold, but I like it. It's like a nice calming bedroom. Yeah, it's a bit more formal and something. You can see like maybe the grandparents or something living in that room. So now we're moving on to like the big party room area, which is always quite cool. So it has like a living space. So there are those big curved TVs again, and you know, lots of flowers and pretty stuff here and there. So it could just be used as a living room, but as it is so big, I was like, well, what should I do with some of this space? Put some bookcases in, which is always fun. But yeah, I wanted to get in lots of spaces so people could study and all of that. And over here, I was like, well, what should we do over here? Let's make a little party area. So yeah, we use some of those dance floors. In the end, we don't have that second row because that's where the stairs go. So yeah, it has like everything. You could imagine throwing a really cool party here. And we have some graffiti on the wall because I thought it went nicely with some of the stuff we already had. And now we're on to the bathrooms. The upstairs bathrooms, we've done the rest of them. So yeah, this, you can see these two bathrooms being for the family. I wanted to make sure that even if you had 8 Sims living in here, there would never be any contest for bathrooms, because you do get that sometimes. So yeah, going for the normal, quite grey colour scheme for this one. Purple colour with some of the accessories. All of our bathrooms are pretty similar, apart from the one that's downstairs. Yeah, so now we are into the screenshots. You know, I think it looks quite cool, and I think it's quite realistic to have those adverts on the top, because you probably don't own the top of your penthouse. I don't know, it's probably still part of the building, isn't it? So, yeah. So yeah, we're now, yeah. I really like how this has turned out. It's modern, it's fancy. You can imagine a big family living here, but a big well-off family. And they're going to throw massive parties at the weekends and have dinner parties or dance parties, you know. You can see there being like teenagers that want to throw a party every weekend, and you know, their parents are just like, yeah, sure, have it upstairs of the house, we'll stay downstairs for the night. But yeah, you can see it being a nice house to live in, and I really like how the dance floor works as a nice skylight for the room. I mean, it does reflect a bit on the TV, but it'll be alright. I think all these screenshots are taken in the morning, so you probably find that like at midday and everything that the sun won't be so bad for most of the day for the TV. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this for Speedbuild video. Please like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more, and yeah, I will see you next time. Bye bye.